the fall. 'Cause we're all about to change the world.
There we go with The Fall, the Ghost Town Rebellion. Great band. You guys had my interest earlier when I think it was Sean that said you guys were in a van, like driving. Like when you think of bands, you think of traveling in a van, but you don't actually think maybe that does happen. Well, I don't anyways. People probably do that are in bands. What's that like being, like what's the longest you've been in a van? Not like driving, but like a whole tour. Like, how many days were you on tour traveling in a van?
I'd say 3 weeks.
Where do you shower, man? Do you go like truck stops, hotels?
Truck stops, hotels if we can afford it. But the most of the time, it's like every time we go somewhere, we're either staying in another band's house or a friend's house in the town, or a family member that will put us up for a week if we're like. My wife's grandmother lives in Washington, just outside of Seattle, and so we'll stay at her house in Bellevue when we're doing like a week's worth of touring up in that area. And then, I've got family in Portland, and I've been touring for the last 25 years, and so has Mike. So we have friends and family all over. So we try and find like garages, and even just garages and floors.
Yeah, or we might just make friends.
Friends. We'll make friends real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to have a shower is awesome.
Dude,
yeah.
Have you ever ended a show and you're like, shit, we gotta be in 12, 13 hours, we gotta be at this other place. So you just end one show, you load up, you take off, you don't even have time to shower. I mean, like, do you ever get in the van and be like, oh man, I like
the turn and burn. The turn and burn.
All the time. There's three things you take with you when you're on tour: deodorant, cologne, and wet wipes.
Baby wipes. Yeah.
Yeah. How does the equipment get there?
It's in the
with
van.
us.
Wait. So you have 4.5 people in a van, right?
Yeah.
and you guys are driving with equipment. Is it like the band van? Do you guys have like your name on the van? Is it like a big van?
No. We're very incognito because
very incognito.
What people here's a little. We should give a little tip for people who are just starting out maybe, and they're like, let's go on the road. Let's get the trailer and the vinyl that says here we are, a band. What that vinyl is saying, you guys, is here, we're a band. This box is filled with expensive stuff. Steal me. That's what that's saying.
We
travel in a van where people are nervous to get near it. It's just this creepy white van that just people go, ooh, that's icky.
He's going to offer me candy.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Our van literally says Evil California on the side. It's a white van with dents and no windows.
Yeah.
Hey, don't ever drive up to a little kid and ask him if they want a CD. Don't do that.
No. No. We don't stop for directions.
Yeah. but I've had the van for a long time. We take care of her. She's our Millennium Falcon. She don't look like much, but she got where.
Yeah, inside it's like it's a shell. Like if you go inside, it's like a Rolls Royce. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And on the guts of it are more of a fine Italian sports car. But the outside is like an incognito situation. It's
exactly. It looks basically like a dumpster trailer.
Yeah. So that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
that is. So that's just so cool to hear you guys do that. You fit the drum set in there and everything.
Everything, PA, drum set, all the guitars.
So that means that you got to really take things down, and when you guys are done with the show, you really have to take it down. And I'm sure that you guys have it organized, and there's certain spots for everything inside the van.
I do all that.
We have all that. Fold down beds, and we have a Tetris game every night with all the gear.
Yeah.
If you guys ever need a triangle player and there's room for one more person in the band,
You could probably squeeze you in the front.
I can
You
squeeze.
like in between Sean and I.
I'm skinny.
Yeah, just-
I'm skinny. I can fit.
Oh, you're in. You're in.
I can fit.
And you count to 4.
I can.
You're in. Done.
You're in.
I do want to ask you guys, okay, has your music always been the same? So when you two started out playing 2 decades ago, was it like more, because back then, like thrash and kind of punk might have been like if you're going to play music, did you guys start off, like I started off screaming in a really crazy, like 3-piece, no-name band with being my best friends, you know? Did you guys start off different and then your sound kind of changed? Or were you guys always kind of soft, from soft alternative from the get-go?
When Mike and I met, our 2 favorite bands were Sunday Real Estate and Tar.
What's Mike laughing about? What's he laughing about over there?
I was just thinking how incredibly emo we were back then.
Yeah,
But it was the first go round of emo. So it's like
the original emo. So
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
Real Estate, Far, the Foo Fighters. Mike would party at the Deftones house with Will Haven and do weird things. So yeah, it was the original round of emails when we first met. So it was
I love emo. I still love emo music, man. I still love it.
it was good times.
yeah.
It's nice to
Yeah.
it's nice to hear how emo has changed. And some of these guys, like when you say emo, I'm thinking I'm thinking like Taking Back Sunday, bands like that. Is that kind of your same definition of emo?
I think that's newer. Yeah, I think
Yeah, that's like post punk to
getting into the
me.
newer stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's your definition of emo? Okay, you might be a little older than I am. So what's emo to you?
Well,
there was- It skipped and then got into like My Chemical Romance and like that genre of like emo, but like you have to like originally emotional hardcore is right?
yeah, emotional
That
hardcore.
was the
So
emotional-
we had bands like Sunday Day Real Estate, and then the rhythm section, Sunday Day Real Estate, where's the rhythm section with the Foo Fighters, and Nate plays with the Foo Fighters, and then we had Sacramento's Far, and then before Deftones was new metal, I would actually even consider them even emo before they got popular and big, and then the 90s it was like Thrice and like Jimmy Eat World and
Yeah.
those big bands.
Yeah.
So
Did I miss?
Which was also, there's some good. It's just it kind of for some reason kind of went away for a second, then came back as like, same kind of just powerful emotional rock, just with a little bit more makeup the second go around.
Yeah. I used to wear the makeup.
Little-
I used to wear the
Oh,
makeup.
I went on both rides for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, no,
My
had-
guyliner game was strong.
remember my black or greeny hair with the blonde
The
stripe
skunk?
I used to do right?
Little
Yeah, the
skunk
skunk
action?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I just remember when I used to have hair. I don't even have hair
Me
anymore.
too.
Dude, I never thought I was gonna go bald, man, ever, because I had good hair and I was wearing eyeliner. And then my oldest daughter was born. And it's not because of her, right? It's just genetics. But I swear I'd wake up in the morning like my hair would be on the pillow. I'm like, shit. Here it comes, and then it just kept falling out and falling out. So now I just shave it. And if I don't shave it for like a week, it's just embarrassing. So I just wear a hat. I just wear a hat all the time.
I'm in the same game.
I know. Mike's got his Governors hat on right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's a Ratatouille.
Someone's always advertising. Gunnels.com. Please go visit now.
Do you guys play? Now, obviously, I don't believe you guys have been able to play shows in the past year due to COVID. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your band had an opportunity to play a distance show, and I think things are opening back up. In Oklahoma, they're doing concerts, but they never kind of stopped doing concerts. That's why everyone got COVID. Like I had COVID, right? And it wasn't even for me, I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't have it bad. My wife didn't have it bad. Neither did her brother. But it's bad. If you guys were able to play a distance, I want to say distance learning because my kids are in school, right? Well, like a distance show. Would you consider it, or would you say let's just wait?
we're starting to get there. I think we're starting to, now that things are kind of starting to turn around.
We have a vaccine now.
Yeah, like it's almost like we're kind of like with this whole rehearsing thing. We're getting like planning for these virtual shows and we basically wanted to be kind of just as safe as possible, and we didn't really know what to do exactly, so we just took the safe route as we could, and we took kind of a break.
We just like, there was a lot of arguments on everybody's part. We just basically chose, let's be part of the solution and not part of the problem.
Right.
And we not trying to toot our own horn or anything like that, but I think we're pretty established in the demographic where we're at.
Hell yeah.
And it was like everybody knew, like, okay, even if we're stopped for 6 months or whatever it is, when we come back, it's just gonna be 10 times stronger. And nobody knew it was going to be as long as it has been even now. And like full national, international tours, they're already saying it's 2022. I mean, you can write 2021 off the map unless it's like maybe something small or outdoor. So we're at the point like, okay, let's just try and just say hello to each other and get used to being around each other.
Yeah.
And as safe as we can right now. So
it's like easing.
Those car shows are pretty cool.
It's like easing back into a relationship. You can't just you can't just go hard. But at least you guys did. At least the relationship never ended, right? It's not like it ended. No. But yeah, coming back into it. And Sacramento.
We were on a break.
You were break. Yeah. You were separated.
We were separated, and we didn't have other partners.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm going to go try this project out over here, or I'm going to do this project over there. It was like, what are you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Yeah. You want to have a, here we go. Happy Zoom.
Yeah. Hey, if we get back together, baby, I promise I'll give you a kid this time. I promise I'm going to get a mother. Dude, I love the Sacramento scene. I love Oklahoma City, and one reason why I love Oklahoma City is because when I first got off the plane in Oklahoma City, first thing I thought about was, this looks like Sacramento. But that's also because me mentally getting prepared to live in Oklahoma probably had a lot to do with that. But it really does. Sacramento, the music scene is so cool. There's a place called the Hogs Head. I don't know if they're still open or not. But they're in
I hope it stays open. I know the Hogs Head.
Okay, that's a cool
like
place.
Spot.
Yeah, man. My own band played there once or twice. It's a cool little dive bar in Old Sacramento. Do you guys do a lot of your shows? I know you guys do a lot of touring, but do you also have a lot of shows when you did play, when you will play, just there locally in the Sacramento scene?
Oh yeah, home shows are awesome.
Yeah,
But
for sure. No, we love playing like home shows, but we don't oversaturate. Like, I mean, we don't really play Sacramento very often. Just mostly because we're not near Sacramento when we're touring.
Right.
That's the only reason. Like, we usually go, kind of in this kind of figure eight pattern when we're up, north. When we are in Sacramento, I mean, it's sweet. It's like.
Yeah, get to play home show.
Like we get to actually. It's like, hey, it's people we've known. It's like our friends. So it's like,
come to concerts.
But
it's
on
like,
top of that, like,
now it's like we've sprinkled like friends like all around, like like all over the place. So it's kind of cool. But like when you get to play a home show, it's like